TC, you're motherfucking late.
Oh my! Hey, whoa, hey, whoa! What it do, y'all? How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, man, I seen some exotic, some sexy ass ladies coming in, and I'm like, I'm so fucked up. It's my first time, and Randy like blessed me and shit like, big ups to my boy Randy. He's fucking awesome, folks. I'm telling you. Yeah. Say, so what I was thinking was, I was like, well, life is like crazy, right? So my girlfriend is white and I'm black. Okay, fuck it. It's all going down. So Nina called, right? So Nina is like the grandma. So Nina called. Nina like, we in this like a Saturday morning. We feeling good. We just get money. We just chilling, smoking dro. You know, that's that new weed niggas smoking that dro. How you like tripping and shit. So we like, damn. Nina called. Hey, Nina. She white. What's going on? I'm black. I'm like a hood nigga. She like hood nigga. Oh, shit, damn. Nina. Hey, what you doing, Nina? Shit, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just chilling with my mans. Oh, shit, is he white? Oh, shit, is he white? Oh, shit. So she asked me like, damn, is he white? She said, damn, no, mom, damn, Nina, I got you on speakerphone. Damn, you done bust me out. Damn, no, he's black. She like, oh, shit. Damn, she like, oh, it's like a little ray. Oh, goddamn. So she like, what do I say, man, because you're on speakerphone? I'm like, oh, damn. So you know what I do? I just smoke one and I just keep it cool. Like, damn. So I get out of that situation, right? So I'm like a hood legend, right? So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, okay, I go to Thomas Jefferson High School over in North Dallas. How many of you guys ever heard of Thomas Jefferson High School, North Dallas? Give me a round of applause. You heard of that?
Yeah. I heard that shit got blown away.
Yeah, so the tornado come in, and what was good about the tornado, because actually, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We lost every game. From the sports game, we lost all the football games, all the basketball games, all the soccer games. So everybody like, damn, what a champion. So I'm a champion. So it's like, where I come from is like so deep. It's like the hood. I come from like this neighborhood. Like, actually, it's like right around the corner. It's like Webb Chapel. It's like, damn, it's crazy. So it's like, so the coach be like, come on, let's go, guys. We're gonna get him on 3. 1, 2, 3. Defense. So I be like, so the coach look at me like, yeah, you ready? So he like, so I'm like, he think I got like bronchitis and shit. I'm checking like, y'all been drinking in practice? Y'all been drinking? Who been drinking? So he smelled his bronchitis pump, right? And I'm like, damn, I done pumped this pump. But look, we losing so fucking bad. The boys like niggas from West Dallas and Oak Cliff, them niggas is jumping over the moon and shit. Them niggas jumping in like LeBron, like, boom, knock it on, boys. I'm like, man, these boys are jumping over the moon. I'm like, coach like, come on, Tally, come on, let's get him. So I'm like, get him. I'm like, I got my asthma pump, like, he like, go get him. So I think that, fuck it. I think a fake ass asthma pump attack on the floor. They was beating us like almost 100 to like 15 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, them niggas beating us so bad. Them West Dallas, Oak Cliff, them boys are serious. Them boys running the 4-2 and the 40. So I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So I'm gonna take chopping. So I'm like, oh, the game time. So I'm all in eligible and shit. I spent like 5 years in high school. You know what I'm saying? How many years you get in high school? Tell me. 4 years. So I was getting comfortable. So I take 5 years. So now I'm getting used to it. I'm kind of slow. It's okay. So I take the kind of slow movement, right? So I'm going through. So I'm like a barber and shit. So damn, I'm gonna start cutting hair. I'm doing my moves. So I'm like, Okay, I'm cutting the coach's hair, the cafeteria. So we run across this one guy named Higgins. Higgins is this bully in school. He was so big and humongous. He used to wrestle bears. But what's good for me was I was like dating this girlfriend named Tequila. Tequila was cool because she was like this hood chick. So she was with her nails. She popped with her nails. So Higgins, he comes in. He be like Debo. He run up bullying folks like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up? What's up? I need that. He had like 4 lunches. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, okay, I tell you what, Higgins, so he would get free lunch. Higgins come in, deep on everybody. Like, man, Higgins is big because he had a curl. He had like, what was crazy about Higgins, he was from Mississippi, right? And he had like these just 2 goals. You know what I'm saying? So he had like 2 goals in front of him. So when he come through, he had that Easy E Jerry curl, right? So the Easy E Jerry curl, so he come through like, oh man, yeah, Debo style, like, yeah, give me your lunch. I need your milk money. I need I need everything. You know what I mean? I'm Higgins. You know what I mean? Yeah, pow. So I'm like, yeah, pow. So I'm like, man, my high school was crazy because we lost every game. And you know what was crazy was like the way the basketball coach be like, yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it. We lost this game, but when W.T. White comes, we're going to win the next game. So I'm like, you know what? We never even won no games. So you know what? I learned how to be a champion very fast because I was like, you know what? If they not winning, so I started, you know what? I started waiting tables. So I'm like, I'm waiting tables now. I'm like, okay, this is a cool group. I'm over at Randy White's at the restaurant, the Cowboys restaurant. I'm working. I'm getting money. I'm waiting tables. I'm doing good. Sitting like, damn, how you doing good? So they end up, you know what? So I'm like, the tips, the tables, I don't know why they put me in charge of the tips. I'm stealing tips off the tip. So I'm getting tips about $2, $4. So my shit is adding up. So I'm stacking. So I'm going good. So we talking about it. So we switch up. So guess what? So now I'm winning. I ain't got no team. Ain't no I in team, right? So I'm going. I'm riding. So now I stack my money from peeling the tips off the table. I'm going good, right? So they're like, wait a minute. So we switch up. So I'm riding through the neighborhood. I'm getting good on money. I go into enroll into the beauty college. I'm cutting hair. I'm in the neighborhood, so I'm like, I'm trying to get back to my community. I'm feeling good. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm a community person. I'm going to give back to my neighborhood. So I give guys free haircuts. So guys come in, free haircuts. They get that, so I get that over with. By the time school starts, now I'm cutting guys' hair in the neighborhood, so I'm feeling good. So now I'm starting to charge $10 a haircut. This ain't really nothing. So I'm cutting the guy up. Here we go. I'm working on my skills. So how you doing? Okay. How you doing? TCTHEGREAT. How you doing? So as soon as I get through cutting his hair, he take off running. So now I gotta run and catch him. You know, I've been champion training. No, mind I tell you, we lost every game in school. so I run and chase him. So I chase him, I catch him down. He ain't got no money to pay me. So I'm like, being an entrepreneur, I'm like, damn, this is like, what the hell? I'm like, oh no, so now I'm tripping, I'm like ranting, I'm like, oh, this is not even right. So I'm like, wow, okay, so here I'm at the neighborhood community trying to give back, and the guys are stealing haircuts. So what do? Wow, okay, I just let it go. So I start Uber driving. Wow. So now I'm an Uber driver, right? So we driving down 35. So I got like 6 white ladies in the van. So I got the soccer dad van, right? So I'm rolling. My Uber's getting hot. They looking like, okay. So like, okay, how you doing? How you doing, man? Come on, get in the car. So they're like, okay, so I tell you what. So we get in the car. We driving, so my Uber's getting hot. So all of a sudden, I'm making the GPS hot. Oh my God. The GPS is getting hot. The Uber is shutting down now, so guess what? I got 6 white ladies in the car. They ask me like, oh my God, where are you going? We're going to the Anatole. I'm feeling great. Uber's working. I'm getting cash. I'm getting money. I'm loving life. So guess what happened? Dude, my battery goes dead. Wow. So when the batteries go dead, it's like, so now they're like, oh wow, your battery's dead, where are you taking us? So I got the tat on my face. I'm like, why? Looking like, where are you taking us? They're like, oh, it's a crazy Uber driver. I'm like, wow, y'all hold tight. I got y'all. So I take the loop to spin around and save myself some time, right, with the Uber driver, right? So the Uber, so I pull up. They say, hey, sir, why are you taking us? I said, no, I'm going back around on the other side because this is where I know where to say, well, your phone is dead. I said, you know what? I'm so sorry, man. They said, you know what? You're the worst Uber driver we've ever had. I said, oh, wow. The worst Uber driver? I don't need no Uber drive. You know what I mean? I'm like a barber. So what they told me was, you know what? Don't quit your day job. So what I've been doing was sticking to my day job, is cutting hair, telling reps, jumping off stage, doing my Uber driving and Lyft, man, coming through, making things happen. So my words is, hey, I'm TC the Great, make no mistakes. Big ups to my boy Brandon for having me at K's. Big ups to K's. Man, y'all give it up one time for the beautiful ladies in the house. One time for the ladies, one time.
Yeah. All right.
When I say triple, you say D. Triple,
D.
triple,
D.
already. Chat, stay with me, y'all.
All right. TC, the motherfucking great, folks. All right. Was that like motherfucking great or what? I don't know what to say. Okay, next up on stage. Be a first appearance here for Marina Rayad. Everybody, put your hands together.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Randy. I'm Marina Rayad. You guys know what that means? No, it means I am the motherfucking greatest of them all. Reference to the man that went before me. Okay, it also means I'm not fucking from here, people. I'm a woman, I'm a Muslim, but occasionally I'm a hoe. Nice to meet you. I think in my industry they call that a triple threat. And it's not because of the pussy, it's because of the bombing. I'm Marina Rayad. Hi. A lot of you look very confused right now. And I don't know if it's because of me or the person that went before me, but I'm going to clear the air. I have spent the majority of my life in two third world countries, Palestine and East Texas. You guys familiar with the two? Yeah. I like to think of myself as like an expert on white people, and that's because I have literally spent a huge chunk of my time in a very, okay, rural village. It's called White Oak in Texas. It's named after the people and the trees. If you guys want to take a visit down east. I come from a very big family. I'm the eldest of 6 children. I've met the other 5. They're fucking pathetic. I guess you guys love your kids. We have a lot of them. We can spare a few, okay? So, my dad likes to call me every night. Any parents in the house? Woo! Woo! You guys call your kids? White people are like, fuck no. They left. Why do I want to call them? You guys don't know this, okay? But I'm from Palestine, which is in the Middle East. You guys came up with that one. We'll talk about it later. But in Palestine, it's so different than America. Because in America, like, you guys don't call your kids, right? You don't call them. Not as often. My dad calls me every single night. He's always asking me, Marina, where are you and what are you doing? And just like any other good woman out there, I am always at home doing laundry or dishes. Just like I am right now. But you guys, let me tell you, I think you guys take a lot of things for granted, okay? Like in America, once you turn 18, your parents, like, they give you a car, if you're lucky, and then they tell you to fuck off and go live somewhere else. They may or may not call you, whatever, it doesn't matter. In Palestine, you guys know what they do when you turn 18? When you turn 18 and you become a man and you're like, it's time for me to go find my wife, your parents give you a bucket of concrete and a shovel to go build your house upstairs. Let me give you a demonstration. All of my dad's brothers, all of my uncles lived under the same roof, as well as my grandmother. I think it was her brilliant idea because every man in the Middle East is a mama's boy. And I think it's because they can only go as far as the umbilical cord allows them to, which is just upstairs. So imagine me, where I'm standing is my dad's house, right? Where I grew up in Palestine, okay? Now, do you guys see this mic stand? You guys see this? This is one of my other uncle's houses, okay? Now, do y'all see the backdrop behind me? That's where my other uncle's house is. Let's just say that family is very important, okay? Like, what if you fuck up and you marry the wrong person? You can't do that, you know? You can't do that. Like, what if somebody breathes too much oxygen? Now there's not enough for the rest of us. Just things you have to think about. I think that when a woman gets married here, you can actually marry for love, not for survival. Like, you don't, I don't know what you guys do. I haven't been married yet. I'm planning on having 5 husbands, whatever. But I think that, like, when you're here, you get to marry someone because you love them. And when you love them, you don't have to see their parents ever, except on holidays. But you guys are drunk on holidays, and I know why. Because you marry for love. In Palestine, you have to marry for technical reasons, like pure survival, okay? You getting into the family is a group decision. Everyone has to agree that this bitch fits in, okay? They're not gonna change things to accommodate for you. Are you kidding me? You can't even have sex too loudly because they all know what's going on. Your mother-in-law lives right beneath you. She's right there. She can hear every bump that you do. And my parents have had 6 children. So, in America, I think some of you are a little bit confused by the way that I look, because everyone always spoke to me in Spanish. Like, I kid you not, I grew up in East Texas, and I never knew I was an immigrant, because everyone always just spoke Spanish to me, which is ridiculous, okay? Because the only Spanish I know is just enough to interrogate a man. I know ¿Dónde estás?, which means where are you? I know ¿Por qué?, which means why. Because you never know what a man is doing and why he's doing it. I need to have follow-up questions, you know? I think as a woman, like, that could have been the only English I knew, and I think I would have survived in life. I'm like, that's all I need to know. ¿Por qué? Why? ¿Dónde estás? I'm a Palestinian American Muslim woman. This is not a speech. I'm just here to tell you that dating for me is very hard. Like, I don't smoke, drink, or hate myself. I know some of you are a little bit, I don't know if you guys are dating, but those are the prerequisites of dating nowadays. You have to check off all of them. And I can't, like, I dated this one white guy. Don't judge me, okay? We all make mistakes. But I dated this one white guy, and I should have known it was going downhill. Because when you go on first dates, for me, it's like the hardest thing. When you go on dates, are you guys on a date? Anybody here on a date? You guys are on a date? Okay. What's your least favorite thing about him? Don't look at him, look at me. What's your is this your first date, second date? Don't, it's okay. What's your least favorite thing about him? She loves everything about you, sir. The dick must be very good. That's the only reason, okay? Have you paid the bill yet so she can speak her mind?
Not yet.
Not yet, that's why. I see you, girl. I'm not gonna ruin this for you. You do you. I'm gonna tell you about me though, okay? When I go on dates and the guy is a smoker, it pisses me off. I'm like, because if you're a smoker, when I see you, I'm like, honestly, the first question is this long term, short term? When is this gonna end? As a Muslim woman, it's a little bit different. Like when I go on dates, it's like this bacon thing. Is this long term, short term? I know a lot of you are clearly not familiar with any Muslims at all. Your silence gave it away. Because here's the thing, let me tell you. My family, I know you guys know nothing about Muslims, okay, so I'm going to tell you right now. We don't care what you believe in. It's just a matter of, do you eat pork or do you not eat pork? Is your dick halal or non-halal? Are you getting the gist of this? So I like to give advice to white people or Americans in general because you guys come after me for all the wrong reasons, okay? I know there's a lot of sugar daddy material in the house, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to come after you. You guys can keep your men. You guys are expecting, like, you guys are looking for the exotic factor, right? But I'm not exotic. I'm just foreign. Okay? You're wanting a Lamborghini. What you're going to get is a Toyota Camry. It is what it is. Okay? Don't ask me to speak dirty to you in Arabic. It's not going to happen. I left Palestine when I was 10. I don't know what you were doing when you were 10 in America, but all I know are like primary colors. The numbers 0 through 10. I can't tell you to eat me out, but I can tell you what takeout is. I'm Marina Riyadh. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Thank you.
Marina Riyadh, everybody. Okay. Next up the stage, un amigo mío, Mr. Nesto. Nesto? Yes. Are you wearing a sling? What happened to you? Everybody give it up for Nesto. Hello, everybody. I said hello, everybody. Thank you for that. Hey, look. Besides Barry Whitewater, Randy, and myself, everybody here, in my opinion, is a young comedian. So give a nice hand, man, for these kids that are bringing it up today. It's a rough stuff, man. I've been doing this for 14 years, all right? You know, and I'm happy to say this right now to everybody in this room. I just want to say Happy New Year to you. It's not too late for that, is that? Happy New Year to you. Me, myself, personally, I'm very excited about 2020, and I'll tell you why. Because I get to finally take a picture on my license. I've had to explain my picture on my ID for all these past years. Let me tell you what happened. I went to go get my license renewed, and this lady is in front of me, and she's from the Middle East or somewhere, man. She's in full gear. She's got the scarf, the whole bit, everything. And she takes her picture. I'm next. And I'm wearing my Dallas Cowboy cap. And the lady tells me, sir, you need to remove your cap because we can't take a picture of you wearing that cap. And I said, wait a minute. You just let that lady take a picture wearing a scarf and the whole gear, and you're telling me I can't wear my Dallas Cowboy cap? And she said, no, sir, we can't do that. You need to remove your cap. I said, listen, wait a minute. That woman took a picture wearing a scarf and the full gear, and you're telling me I can't wear my Dallas Cowboy cap. Right then the state trooper walks up and he says, we have a problem. I said, yes, sir, we do have a problem. She let her take a picture wearing a scarf, and she's telling me I can't take a picture wearing my Dallas Cowboy cap. And if she can let her wear a scarf, then she should be able to let me do the same damn thing. So now you see my picture on the ID, and it looks like this. It looks like okay, that's that one. But anyway, hey, I've always wanted to invent something that's going to make money for me so I don't have to work anymore. And I think I got something. I really do. Y'all tell me what you think about it. I think I got something that's going to make money and I don't have to work anymore. Next year for Cinco de Mayo, man, I'm bringing out a Border Patrol piñata. That way the Mexicans can beat the shit out of them. The Mexicans can beat the shit out of them for a change. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, anybody here not familiar with that shit, huh? All right. We'll move on. I got another idea that I think is going to make a million. It's going to affect us all. It has nothing to do with where you're born, who you're from, or who your grandparents are. Nothing. This is going to affect us all. This is one right here. Air freshener pills. Think about it. Air freshener pills. Right? How many times have you walked into a bathroom and somebody's come out before you and they leave that scent, they leave that smell? Or maybe you're the one that leaves the smell when you leave. Well, now, you take an air freshener pill. Guess what, man? All you gotta do is drop an air freshener pill a minute before you go to the restroom and poof. That way when somebody walks in behind you and they say, is that oceanfront evergreen breeze? I love that smell. Man, this is a rough crowd, all 10 of y'all. You know what I mean? You know, I've only had 2 dogs. I've only had 2 dogs in my life. My first dog, Oscar, he ran away from me. He lusted over the desires of the flesh, man. This dog down the street got in heat. He took off and he never came back. But you know, I remember when I first got Oscar, man, my daughter told me, Dad, put newspaper on the floor and teach him how to pee on it. I was like, all right. You know, so 2 weeks later, man, here I am in the kitchen, man, pissing on my floor going, hey, man, how many times I got to do this before you get it? You know what I mean? I shouldn't tell you, but this is tough. But I think Oscar had a hearing problem. I do. I think he had a hearing problem. Because every time I told him to sit, he took a dump. Think about it. My second dog was Felix. Little bitty white dog, man. Pretty little dog. He's Felix. But I think Felix was dyslexic. I do. Because we would let him out for 20, 30 minutes at a time. He'd come back in, and the first thing he'd do would take a dump right there in the living room. The first thing he would do. We're like, damn, Felix. I mean, he had that look in his eye like, man, I'm glad y'all finally let me in. I almost had to use it out there. You know how long I've been holding this shit? You know? I feel sorry for the young guys, man. I'll tell you. You know, all this election bullshit going on right now, I'm sick of it, man. I am sick of hearing all this shit about this election and all these candidates and all this bullshit. I'm tired of all of it, man. I wish we could do something about it, but we can't. We got to go through the process. I'm sick of it, man. And we have another female candidate. Now, I'm not against the female president. I'm not. I'm not against the female president if it's the right one, you know. But here's what I see about a female president. It'll be all right until you piss her off. Because ladies, every lady in this place right now can relate to this. Every woman in here right now can relate to this. You all are natural born ventriloquists. You are. Let's ask your husband or ask your sons, ask your kids. When you get to that point when you get so pissed off, you kick into ventriloquism. You do. Guys, you know this. You say you started dating, wait till you piss her off. You know? Because she's going to go right into ventriloquism. She's going to stop. She's going to be talking, and her lips are going to stop moving. I guarantee you, man. She'll be like, oh, no, you fucking did it. What did you fucking know? Oh, you better get your ass. Oh, shit. Oh, you better know. I'm telling you, man, everyone here's a natural born ventriloquist. Excuse me, man. Just barely getting over the flu a couple of weeks ago, man. Shit. You know, a friend of mine is celebrating a new baby at work. And I remember when my son was born. I do. I remember when my son was born, and they asked me to cut the umbilical cord. The doctor said, sir, would you like to cut the umbilical cord? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, I said, yeah, well, they make that stuff. He said, sir, would you like to use the scissors? I said, yeah, that's a lot better. You know, I just turned 60 years old, and everything's changed, man. Everything has changed automatically without me trying. Body's different. Life is different. Everything. Perception's different. Everything's different, man. And I remember a couple of years back, I went to Luby's restaurant. It was Senior Citizen Day. I didn't know it at the time. Senior Citizen Day. And I saw this old couple coming out of a car, dressed up, really nice. And he was being so nice to her. He walked around, he opened the door, they're walking in, they're just laughing and cutting it up and, you know, touching each other and having a good time. And I looked at it and said, man, how beautiful is that, man, to be at that age and to still have that kind of love. Man, that's so beautiful. I saw them going through the line, getting their food, you know, and they're just kicking it and they're laughing and having a great time. They go to sit down and they're eating, and the whole time, man, they're just laughing and just beautiful love. And I couldn't take my eyes off them. And before I left, I said, man, I gotta go there. I gotta let them know. I gotta let them know how beautiful they look. And as I was walking toward their table, this old lady in a walker cut me off, man. This old lady in this walker, she just cuts me off, and she's like, man, she gets to that table before I do, and she says, you asshole, you're supposed to be with your brother today. Who's this bitch? You know? I was like, damn. All right, come on, guys. Hello. Hello. Yeah. All right, man, we'll go with one more. I wish I could thank Michael Jackson. I wish I could shake his hand and thank him because of what happened to me. Let me tell you what happened, man. Me and my cousin, we went to this cantina, man. We went to this bar, man. We were going to play a little pool, drink a few beers. And I don't know what happened. All I know is that my cousin and this guy are face to face, and they're calling each other names, and they're And I'm thinking to myself, oh, shit, man, we're going to get in a fight. And out of nowhere, I don't know where these guys came from, but there 10 guys come around, man. They circle around us, and I'm thinking to myself, shit. And you've seen them before, man. Shaved hair, cut off sleeve, tattoos all over themselves, whatever. Gang related. I'm thinking to myself, man. So I did the only thing I could think of to get out of this mess, man. I made eye contact with every one of them to let them know that I was scared. You know, so I was like, but man, deep down inside, I knew, oh God, man, these guys are going to kill us. These guys are going to kill us. And the only thing I could think of to get out of this mess, man, was Michael Jackson's Beat It video. You remember the video Beat It? Remember how he danced his way through, stopped those two gangs from fighting by dancing his way through that shit? Remember that? I mean, that's the only thing I had, man. So I jumped in between that guy and my cousin. I was like, you want to run, you know you're really not scared. You're playing with your life, this ain't no truth or dare. The fire in your eye, it wasn't really fear, just beat it. But you want to be fair, just beat it. Beat it, Lord. Don't care what you beat, just beat it. Show just how funky, strong is your fight. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right, just beat it. You know, I'm not going to tell you what happened next, but I am going to tell you that shit don't work. That's my time, y'all. My name is Nesto. Thank you very much. And support comedy, man. Support comedy. Brand makeup.
Nesto, everybody! Okay, the next comic coming up. I could pronounce her name, but I had difficulty spelling it. Put your hands together for Travante. Is that right? Close enough. Right, Travante.
I know how I sound like, but I just didn't directly come here from the airport. So before I start off, good luck to you all with my accent. I'm an Indian, not your native type, but Indian, that Christopher Columbus couldn't find, that Indian. Yeah. So people keep asking me, how serious are you about this comedy thing? I would cut my throat. Quit my job for this passion to keep alive. I would definitely quit my job after I find one. I'm jobless. I'm so jobless that I'm so full of dreams. And in my dreams, I see future me. And future me is so rich that today I should be a billionaire. And by that, now I just chill and do nothing. That's my daydreaming hustle. Yeah. So I don't stereotype. I treat all the races the same. But when I see an old Indian man, I automatically assume he's full of yoga.
Do y'all need 2 more drinks?
No, not really. I automatically assume he's full of vintage porn, the Kama Sutra. Fun fact, nobody reads the book. Everybody flips through the pages for the pictures. Yeah. So I was raised Hindu, which means out of many rules, there is this one rule, arranged marriage. Which means you can speak with strangers, but should sleep with one. No premarital or extramarital sex, which means you can be a hoe. So if you pass this checklist, there are this bunch of incentives in the Hindu heaven when you die. Like you get loads of alcohol, loads of sex, naked women dancing. Must be some kind of whorehouse. But if this is what heaven has to offer a women, I'm not impressed. I mean, I don't want to be a hoe up there for not being one down here. Yeah. So recently I read an article that said 100 benefits of sleeping naked. I usually don't fall for that shit, but definitely waste time reading them. Yeah. In fact, I always dress nice. Even when I go to bed. That's because if I die naked, I don't want to go to my funeral naked. Yeah. So, let's talk about my son. My son is obsessed with farming, and his love for plants is so profound that he calls them babies. So, out of that obsession, he once asked me if he can plant humans. Yeah. Out of that obsession, he once asked me if he can plant humans. I usually hate double standards. But then he's just 5 years old, so I lied to him. I lied to him instead of saying, yes, you can plant humans, if only it is called as hiding the evidence. I'm jobless. I watch all these crime documentaries and make these jokes up. Yeah, that's how jobless I am. Yeah. So sometimes my son makes me moody, bored, depressed, and stressed. And then I realized he was once my period. I let that sink in. So recently my son had a nosebleed for about 2 minutes straight. I didn't grow up here. I grew up with Bollywood. And in every other Bollywood movie, if a person is bleeding from his nose, he has got cancer and he's dying very soon. Yeah. So when my son had a nosebleed for about 2 minutes straight, that shit scared me so much that I wanted to kill him myself. Yeah. So now that he did, I'm suing my parents. Yeah. My argument is, the only reason I'm facing this problem today is because my parents had me. I was born without my consent, so I should be maintained for my life, paid for suffering, and my self-worth. Yeah, but seriously, if you actually, really, genuinely, seriously love your kids, don't have them. Thank you, that's my time. My name is Shavanti.
Savante, everybody. Hey, here's something for you. When you're trying to explain it, you say you're Indian, say dot, not feather. It'll help out. Right? Okay. Hey. I didn't make it up. I just repeated it. Okay. Catholics, I talked about this earlier. I have seven brothers and sisters. This is the truth. I had an older brother who corrupted us. When it was time to go to church, we used to go to church and he'd send the youngest guy in to get the missalette so we could prove to my parents that's the way we were. And once I was in a body cast and I fell in the lake because we'd go fishing. And I came home and my dad's sitting there reading the Sunday paper and he says, "What the hell happened to you?" And I said, "A holy water accident." And he didn't say a word. He let me pass. But my brother had us convinced that the people with the fish on the back of their car, they were the ones that went fishing instead of going to church. So we thought it was cool. I had no idea I was going to hell for it. Okay, next up. He's making America great again. Put your hands together for David.